Welcome, Peapotters. Welcome to our channel, the Peapots Podcast. I'm your host, Hazik.
And I'm your co-host, Mark.
Alright, this podcast is made with the intention of providing you some entertainment. Now, today will be much more a relaxing session because we're taking it slow. This is our second podcast for our Peapots Podcast channel. And today we'll be talking about episode name, Life. But before that, what have you been doing these past? I haven't seen you for some time. So yeah, what have you been doing? Mark?
Yeah, well, so apparently today I have just finished doing my uni application interview, and it was interesting because I wasn't expecting the type of questions, and the interview was supposed to be face to face, but apparently because of the COVID-19 virus spreading all around, they were like, "How about you guys just do it online?" And doing it online has some of its drawbacks because the online interview, they only give you like 30 seconds of prep time.
I see.
So you don't really have much.
Alright, yeah. So like from what I heard, you say you're quite nervous. Yeah, I don't. When do you submit your application again?
Yeah, so I submitted my application a while back, but like today was the interview specifically, so it's a thing, I guess.
To the what?
As in the application, I submitted it like a couple of days back, but the interview was today, so it's yeah.
And what degree do you apply to?
I applied for what's it called? User experience game design. So it's pretty much like games, but you also want it also teaches you the fundamentals and the idea concepts behind them and what makes people play games.
I see. So basically, in a sense, it's still part of game design, but it has more of a customer experience, assessment, and as well as game design at the same time, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's more than just making games. It's the understanding of the psychology behind them.
Actually, honestly, right? Okay, this is a good topic because all of the choices that we made, if you the listeners don't know, me and Mark, we have known each other since when was it? Since primary.
So
primary
that's about
We are
5 plus 5 plus 4 or what's that, 14, 15 years, I guess. 15
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we're at 15 years. So like we at first since primary school we didn't know that each other that well until to P5. I don't know why. Then suddenly you got close to me. Then shit. Let's hit off from there lah. So like all of the choices that we made so far, and the passion that we have incurred during primary school, secondary school, has currently led us to like the life choices that we have made now, and like our education, our career choices, our like course of study. What made you want to join gaming? Honestly, I've never seen you much of a gamer design guy, but more of an animation, like in your podcast.
Yeah, so apparently when I was doing animation and 3D arts before national service, it was more like I was kind of good in 3D arts. So because of the 3D arts, I kind of got like inspired to do 3D modeling, and 3D modeling is basically used for both animation and games. But the thing is, for the game side, the way they rigged skeletons for the models is much more simpler compared to animations. So the texturing and all that, it's much simpler. But at the same time, I wanted to create mechanics for games rather than just create animations, because you could make cool animations and stuff, but it's like it's not interactive. People can only like watch them. They can't really like do much with it rather than just look at it and admire it. So creating a game, it's more like, oh wow, I can interact with the environment and stuff like that. So that kind of got me thinking of why not just become like a hybrid, so I can become a game creator and an animator at the same time. So it's like I could start an indie company, I believe, if I could manage to finish this.
So basically, you're looking for a way for your users to interact with your designs. Is that that's pretty good, because in a way you want to create these ideas and put them out, but you want to make sure that your users have all the choices to be able to interact. That's what really keeps users from continuing being users, user retention, and that's actually a pretty good idea to go into game development with your current, I think I would say, expertise in animation.
Well, wait, what about you? Didn't you want to become like a chef or something? Culinary
Oh
arts?
my god, that's what I call juvenile dreams. Okay,
It's Papa Haziks, dude. Remember Papa Haziks? It was the idea for the restaurant's name.
okay. I'll tell you the path of dreams that I had and the dreams that I've failed, I guess. So when I was young, I wanted to be a chef, and you know where the inspiration came from?
Where?
It actually came from Hell's Kitchen, which is actually
wow.
kind of weird. I watched Hell's Kitchen extensively when I was in Sec 2.
Extensively.
Yeah, I legit rewatched every episode of season
Wow.
5. And I don't know why. You know, this kind of shows will actually want to make you not be a chef, but he actually wanted to make me be a chef. Because like when I see them cook, it sort of like it brings out their passion. And at the time, you know, I like to eat a lot, and food is something everybody loves. So I was like, wow, creating food is such a blessing to have, and I want to try it. So yeah, that's where it's a phase. I'll call it a phase. So like, you know, during home econs, I'll take it so seriously, and then I actually got an A for home econs.
Wow.
Yeah, so back then, that was the inspiration. But as soon as I reached like Sec 4, I found out that it was just a kind of play thing. It wasn't really a true passion. Once I got to know how real chefs operate, I really got intimidated, and I just stopped there. Yeah, but you didn't have any like failed dreams like before, like
Not really.
halfway.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
Well, I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to be an inventor, but then again, well, thinking of being an engineer, I'm like maths, and I'm like, no.
Well, you had that face like you wanted to be like something like Tony Stark or something, right?
Yeah, kind of like it's just an inventor in general.
Yeah, you wanted to be like create innovative. I know you want to create a stereotype of the I don't know, the blaster in from Iron Man suit.
The repulsors and
Yeah, the repulsor, yeah, correct.
Well, we kind of had like a prototype thing, but like we never really worked on it after that. So we were like,
Yeah, all these all these prototypes is part of our like search and exploration for something to be passionate about. Then after like the chef period, I actually lost track. Literally, I'm actually proud of you for like not losing track, because wait, when did you actually want to become a designer? Like, when did the dream start?
I guess since what was it called, secondary school.
So you would say like it's in the like Sec 4 maybe, Sec 5?
No, probably even before that. So
Or even before that.
yeah. Ever since primary school, I had been drawing really basic stuff when I had free time. So when it came to secondary school, I was still designing stuff, but it was more like if you remember properly, in primary school before we graduated, there was this course where we had to learn like some kind of design course by and I can't remember who it's by, but we had to learn it from the program called Inkscape.
Inkscape, yeah.
Yeah, remember
That was primary school, right?
Yeah, it was in primary school, but
Yeah.
because of Inkscape's capabilities, I continued using it in secondary school, and in secondary school I further like up the game, so it was kind of interesting how Inkscape works, because it kind of feels like Adobe Illustrator, but like a simpler version, and it's more like user friendly.
Have you used Adobe Illustrator before?
Yeah, I've used it in poly, but
What?
I feel Inkscape is better in some regards.
But then there's a good thing also, because Inkscape is actually free, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, so I can't really believe it, because Adobe is like a company that sells their products, and then Inkscape just out there, free use program. So I wonder why people are actually paying for Adobe Illustrator. But yeah, I remember that phase where we decided to learn how to. I don't know how, was it voluntary, or did they just come to teach us that time?
I think it was a kind of short course thing, so they taught us because like there was nothing left to do.
You remember GIMP?
Yeah, GIMP.
GIMP was another program, but I honestly, it's foggy. I don't really remember what I learned during that.
Yeah, it was like the weirdest software to use. I don't even
Yeah,
remember how to use it.
yeah, true. Okay lah. I mean, that's a good thing because like you already set your path and you went for what was it? The application for poly. What was that program called? The DPA.
Animation? The direct poly animation.
Yes. You applied it for when was it? It's, Sec 4, right?
No, it's
Sec
5, I believe.
5, Sec 5. Yeah. And I didn't really have any clue where I was going afterwards. I thought I wanted to go to mass comm and pursue diploma in communication. Maybe I might go to radio. That was one of my other dreams, but well, you see where I ended up lah. Yeah. So a little more about myself. After Sec 5, I had O levels. I did badly because I was playing too much league. I guess I don't know. Really.
Same.
Yeah, but at least we got to poly after like the whole kerfuffle. Legit, it's so. O level was terrible. Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, it's probably a hard year. Was it a hard year for you?
Yeah, it was really hard actually.
Yeah, a lot of people say that our subjects during O level was pretty like we said earlier, strenuous, right? Yeah, so O levels was just a bummer, and I didn't focus properly. Ended up in ITE, but it led me somewhere else. I went to business, which I didn't even imagine myself going into. I went into tourism, leisure and travel operations in ITE West, and currently I'm taking leisure and events management. So I guess naturally where I go, I guess this is where the path takes me. I'll just follow it, Yeah, I don't have any intended path from beforehand, like any goals, but it was good enough that I have a path that has been set before me, and where I'm able to follow, so that it may lead me to a career. So with your diploma or degree, where do you want to go, like, to work?
Not really sure about that. I never really intended to choose a place where I could work, but rather I wanted to create my own kind of thing so that I could invite any friends or whoever who have or who shares the same passion to create things. So that's what my current goal is, to set up something right after uni, or maybe during uni. So by the time when uni ends, I would have something to work on.
I see. Wait, so you're not really gonna go on to any like AAA company just to work? You're just gonna set up your own company? Is that right?
Pretty much, and see how far it goes.
Yeah, all the best to you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get involved anytime, but hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Do you have any like potential name for your company?
Not at the moment, because
moment.
we're still developing some things, and there's nothing really solidified yet. So it's still too early. And besides, we're currently still. I mean, for me and some of the my peers, we're like still serving our nation. So we can't really do much for now. But the moment we enter uni, then we can decide.
I see. Okay. All the best for you guys. All right. So there is one thing that I want to talk about. Like, how has everything been, like, generally, because of this Wuhan thing that's been going on in Singapore? How has your like daily shit that been going on? Because like, I know that it will affect your transport and like wherever you go. So like, how has it been? Especially at the workplace,
I don't really think transport has been affected, because everyone's still taking public transport, and it's kind of weird because they implemented a 1 meter rule thing, right? But
yeah,
it's not being implemented in public transport, so it kind of like
it's counter effective.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about this. The 1 meter. Okay, it's kind of stupid because I saw a post on Facebook. This guy, he's with his wife. Hawker centers where they have the one square table with only 2 seats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so apparently one seat of each square table, they will have one red cross on it, on the seat, which shows that you cannot sit there according to the 1 meter rule. Yeah. Then the husband and the wife literally put in the post, "Wow, but I sleep every night with my wife. So like, what difference does it make?" It's true. What difference does it make?
I think the 1 meter rule. How do I say this? Based on what I know, the 1 meter rule doesn't applied to people who are in the same household. So technically, if you and your like say your family members, right, you have like 5 people, you don't have to do the 1 meter rule in when you're eating outside. So the 1 meter rule only applies when it is your family and another family or friends that are like eating together. Then you have to split.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, like, well, yeah, the 1 meter rule is
Technically,
literally, yeah.
it's for you and strangers, so that would be 1 meter rule. But if it's you and your household, you don't have to split.
Yeah, but how do we even know? Like, how can we tell? So, like, I don't know. Is it really that useful than 1 meter rule? Will it actually prevent? Does 1 meter actually prevent spread of this like disease? I'm not even sure myself.
I guess it does, but I'm not really sure how. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how exactly. Yeah, I mean, when I first saw of it, I can't really catch the logic because like you have to you have there is a certain time limit when you will inherit when you inherit when you catch a virus from or a bacterial infection from someone, you need to be at least 30 minutes like near that person. You need to spend a significant amount of time, then you will catch that thing. But like you see all this Wuhan, I'll call it Wuhan. It's kind of offensive
COVID.
already. Yeah, it's COVID. Yeah, Wuhan was back then. So COVID right now it's inherited. Not I keep saying inherited. Why do I keep saying inherited? God damn it. It's not money, man. Okay, it's caught like between people who live in the same household. So yeah, that's the issue. Like people had to stay home instead of just going out. That's the whole like issue right now. Kerfuffle.
Yeah.
What that word? I actually use that word. Yeah. So has it affected your parents as well, like your family? Like, do they allow you to go out?
I mean, I still have to go out regardless because of, serving the nation and all.
Yeah, you still have to go out. Like, no choice, lah, right?
Yeah, unless it becomes really bad. But for now, it's still manageable, so it's not so bad.
Hey, overnight. Okay, this is another news. Overnight, like, 70 cases just popped up.
Whoa, what? Oh,
70 cases.
Right. Yeah, I saw that news.
Yeah, so all the P-Potters, guys, please listen. Just stay home. You can do your thing, but make sure it's at home. Do not leave the house. Don't have any gatherings at all. During this time, it's a Wuhan. I keep saying what? COVID. It's a Covidiot. Okay, you don't be a Covidiot. Stay home. Do your shit at home. You can eat at home, sleep at home. You can work from home. I'm gonna work from home during internet also.
Oh, wow,
from what my boss has stated, most of the work will be done from home. So yeah, just take care of yourselves, guys. Anything else to add?
Not really. Oh,
hey, add something.
Okay, it's kind of funny how everyone's kind of like complaining.
About what?
They're like, 14 days, 2 weeks quarantine is so long and stuff, and I'm like, what? And especially, okay, so here's the thing, right? 14 days is okay, I wouldn't say it's a really long time, but it's a decent amount of time.
Yes.
But if you're in your own house, in your own leisure, how is that a bad thing? Compared to like the start of like national service where you had to stay in confined for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I don't get why people complain.
Yeah.
When it's so much. I mean, you have everything. You have your phone, you have your computers and stuff. You have everything you need. Whereas in confinement, you have nothing except for your new, supposedly like your new companions.
Your new companions? Huh? What do you mean?
Like your new squad mates and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not really sure if it applies to people. I mean, those who has gone through confinement will be fine. You notice that people who are complaining have not been through confinement, so they haven't gone to NS or they are female citizens. So like, you guys should count yourself lucky. You're not stuck in Tekong. You're not going to get the Tekong cough anytime soon.
Oh, yeah.
The only cough you're gonna get if you really don't stay home is the actual COVID cough. So please do not kill yourself by going out and just stay home. You don't complain. It's 14 days of having time to yourself. And then honestly, it's not any different to any of the gamers, because that's what we usually do when we stay home.
Yeah, exactly. So if I get the opportunity to stay home for 14 days, dude, that shit, I I would love it, dude.
I mean, I've already been home for 14 days. My break was from April, the mid of April. I just imagine it. It's like almost a month. Actually, it's a month already. Yeah. So, uh, learn to live in isolation. It's actually not that bad if you know what to do with yourself, and you surround yourself with the people that you love, like your family, but not your friends because you cannot go out. Yep. So that's all we have for you guys for today. Thank you for listening. This is Mark. Hey, this is
Right. I'm Haziq.
this is Mark.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And,
this is your host Mark.
and this is your host Haziq.
Thank you for listening. See you very soon.
By the way, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platform such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And Haziq here will give you the rest.
That's right. You can subscribe to our YouTube, The Peapods Podcast, and you can find us on our social media at Twitter on The Peas Speak, and you can find us at Facebook with our Facebook group name. It's the same as our podcast, Peapods Podcast. See you guys very soon.